Hey everyone. Turning my computer off because we had internet issues in our house. They had to come out and fix some stuff today. They had to move the router out of my bedroom, which means my office computer in here no longer has a hard connection to the internet, which means I have no internet on my computer. So I'm on my phone today. I have not done a live video on my phone in, I can't remember the last time. So that's what we're doing today, which will be kind of cool because it means I'm going to be able to actually see like the little hearts and happy faces and stuff as they go across the screen, which you don't get to see on a computer. And I'll be able to like scroll up and down on the comments and see who's actually on. So it'll be a good thing. It'll be a good thing. Hopefully my phone stays charged for the whole training. So I am back. I've been MIA for 2 months-ish now. I've been kind of doing what I need to just to survive. But I'm excited to be back with you guys a little more consistently now. Yay, see, that's what I mean. I see Amanda is on now. When I'm on my computer, it doesn't tell me who's on. It just shows me the number of people watching, but it doesn't tell me who. So that's one really nice thing about doing it on my phone, is that I'll be able to see who's actually here. I decided to go ahead and do our live training an hour earlier today. My husband has a meeting he has to do this evening, and so in order to be done in time, I figured we would just bump our training up today by about an hour. Hey, Lori. So I'm just going to jump in because I don't want people watching the replay later to have like 5 minutes of dead time at the very beginning. But we're talking about VIP groups today. Yay, VIP groups. And hopefully this will be something that gives you something of value, whether you've had a VIP group for a long time or you're just starting one. I'm hoping that it'll kind of help you all no matter where you're at with that. Thank you, Lori. I am loving my haircut. Loving it. My husband scheduled a hair appointment for our date night on Tuesday, which was so nice. It was such a surprise. I didn't find out until right before my appointment. And it was at Tony and Guy. I've never been to that salon before, but they have hundreds of them around the country. And they did a fabulous job. Like, I have some great layers and shape and movement to my hair. My hair is thick. And so it ends up looking frizzy or just like feeling really heavy and weighed down. But with this haircut, it's like light and it moves and I love it. So yes, got a haircut going on and I am starting to feel human again. So I'm really happy about that. It's been a rough go the last couple of months. So, and it's why actually that I decided to talk about VIP groups today, because I have been kind of slacking the last couple months. I've been really focused on my health, which I needed to be, but it meant a lot of things took a back burner, and it made me really grateful that I have some systems in place so that when I do need to take extended periods of time to rest and recover, it still keeps moving even without me having to physically be present in there all the time. Honestly, when I first started Posh, I spent hours and hours every day in my groups, whether it was my team group or my VIP group. And it worked for me at the time. But honestly, like, I'm a homeschool mom of 3 small kids. I'm disabled and I'm gonna have medical flares that come up. I've got another company that I run as well as my husband's company. So I'm busy and I don't have time and energy to be on Facebook 24/7. So it made me so grateful these last couple months, especially, that I had systems in place ahead of time so that I could really maximize the amount of time that I did have available to me and the energy that I had available to me. And so where I'm kind of going with that is VIP groups should be intentional. It shouldn't just be like this group that you started and you post in there when you think about it, and that's that. The fly by the seat of your pants thing can work if you've got a ton of time and energy to devote to it. But I'm guessing most of us don't. I'm guessing most of us have lives, whether it's kids or school or work or a spouse or other personal things. Most of us really can't or shouldn't be on Facebook 8 to 10 hours a day. So I think it's important, especially with VIP groups, to figure out how to manage that energy a little smarter, like more effectively. And it's totally possible to run a rocking, amazing VIP group with less than 30 minutes a day on Facebook. And most of us, if we're being honest, are on Facebook at least 30 minutes a day. So it's not really asking a whole lot for you to have 30 minutes available each day for Facebook. But really, if you're smart about it, and I've talked about power hours and about energy management in the past, and those are really the key to your business in general. But VIP groups specifically, that is one of those areas that you really see whether you're doing it right or not. Okay, so for those of you that are on your VIP groups, how are you feeling about them? On a scale of 1 to 10, how happy are you with your VIP group overall? Things like engagement. How much are people engaging? How often are you posting? What kind of feedback are you getting? Is your VIP group generating sales for you or teammates? Like on a scale of 1 to 10, how awesome is your VIP group at doing what you want it to do? Give me a number between 1 and 10. With 1 being like my VIP group is terrible and nobody talks in there and I'm not getting any sales, to 10 being it's rocking, I have hundreds of posts a day in there, everybody's excited, and I'm making lots of money. So, sorry, I keep playing with my hair. I'm loving my haircut. It's like so soft and it moves. So I've literally just been playing with my hair for the last 2 days. And maybe it would also be helpful to talk about the purpose of a VIP group. I've talked, if you've read my blog at all, the link went out in one of the past newsletters for WISH marketing. And if you haven't looked that up, I will add that to like this comment thread. And you guys should go read it if you haven't, because it kind of outlines how really to be effective in the way that we are interacting with other people to help grow and build our businesses. So Amanda's at about a 5, Holly's at a 9. That's awesome. And welcome, Holly. Welcome to Posh. So I'm going to kind of walk us through the process of setting up a VIP group for those of you who are brand new. And then I'm going to talk about how to get the most out of your VIP group. Like, what's the purpose of the VIP group? And then what can you do to achieve that purpose most effectively? So VIP groups, first of all, we need to have a VIP group. That is one of our core things as Posh consultants. It's one of our best tools that we can have. Whether you want to make a full-time business of this or you just want it as a hobby, like for fun, a little bit of extra money here and there, or anywhere in between, a VIP group is going to be your best tool as a Posh consultant, because it's not like a business page. So business pages and VIP groups serve 2 totally different demographics and have 2 totally different purposes. So they have 2 totally different approaches. And I could talk about business pages all day long, but we'll talk about VIP groups today. Your VIP group, I actually also have a video up about my funnel, and I'm not sure I have it close by. But I talk about this concept of a social media funnel. But basically, it's like at the top of the funnel where everything goes in, is like your friends and your family and coworkers and acquaintances, anyone that you run into. You want to put them into this funnel, and hopefully at the end what comes out is a sale or an active, consultant, maybe add a new team member, someone that's sharing you with other people. That's what you want to come out of the bottom of the funnel. But when you start at the top of the funnel, it's just people in your life that you know, or that you just met, or that are your best friends. All those people go into the same funnel. And this funnel area right here is all of your social media. Social media is a great way to funnel people into your sales pool or whatever. The funnel piece, like where it goes down and it's like right here, this right here, this is your VIP group. So everything up here, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, Facebook personal page, any kind of interactions with anybody, that's the big part of the funnel. And all of those should point down to here, your VIP group, because this is where all the conversion happens. So for instance, on your Facebook business page, if you have one, there should be a direct link on there, not to your Posh replicated website, but to your VIP group. That's kind of a mind shift. Like a lot of people are linking to their replicated Posh website everywhere, but that's really not the best way to funnel customers. You want to funnel them into your VIP group, and then from your VIP group, you funnel them over to your replicated website. Why? Why do we do that? The main reason is because we want relationships with customers. We don't want transactions. We don't want transaction customers where it's like they may buy something once and then we never talk to them again. A VIP group gives us a way to really apply that wish marketing concept that I talk about, where you're building and growing and nurturing this relationship. You're having ongoing interaction with them. So if they do place an order, it's easy to follow up with them and you stay in front of them all the time. The VIP group is really where you're going to create that loyalty that we want. Like, we want people that shop with us because they like us. Like, we know people are going to like Posh, but there are thousands of Posh consultants out there. And what if one is offering a better deal than you? We want a customer that is with us, even if they could go get it cheaper somewhere else. They want to get it from us and they want to shop from us. And that only happens when you have a relationship with somebody. So the easiest, best way to create a relationship with somebody is in a setting like a VIP group and in private conversations. And your VIP group is really that gateway to be able to open up private conversations and have those interactions and that back and forth in your group. So the purpose of a VIP group is to convert your list, like all the people in your life, it's to convert them into your goal pool, which is typically, for a consultant in a business like this, a customer or a new team member. That's really where your funnel ultimately leads, customer or new team member. But to get them there, you can't just expect someone who's floating around up here on social media to instantly become a customer or a new team member. You have to move them through the funnel, get them into your VIP group, talk to them, shoot them a private message, build relationships. Ha, Amber, thank you. Yeah, I'm feeling the makeup today too. Makeup and hair, I'm just feeling it today. But thank you. And so VIP groups are really, I think if we get down to it, VIP groups are, I'm going to go out on a limb and say, the most important social media tool that we have as consultants. And it's not just because of the sales and the new team members, though it's shown statistically, if you have a group dynamic, a community where people are interacting with you every day and interacting with other people who also love you every day, your conversion rate shoots up over 30 to 40%. So 30 to 40% of the people that are active in that VIP group will become customers or a new teammate. And that's compared to 2% conversion rate on email lists or just general other kinds of promotional campaigns. So it's not even comparable. You have to have a good, thriving VIP group if you want to be able to make these connections and convert into sales and new consultants more easily. So any questions about why VIP groups are important? No? Okay. If you do have questions, feel free to ask, but I'm just going to move right along into setting up a VIP group. So when you go on Facebook, if you've been on Facebook at all, you already know that there are things like pages and groups and your main timeline and all kinds of other things, events, jobs. Like there's a whole bunch of other things you can do on Facebook. The only one we're going to focus on today is groups. So if you look on the left-hand side, so if you're on a desktop, you're going to look on the left-hand sidebar and go down, scroll down to the groups. And when you click on that, you can create a new group. So you can create a brand new group. When you're creating a group, you want to remember to make it a closed group. So your VIP group should be closed. It can be closed or secret, but I would say closed. If it's secret, then they're not going to be able to use the search bar and find you. If it's just some random person on Facebook trying to find a posh group, they're not going to be able to find you if you're secret. If it's secret, a friend of a friend has to be able to invite them into the group, or they have to be friends with you for you to add them to the group. So it's not the easiest way for people to be able to find you online, which we want. We want people to be able to find our group online even if we don't know them. That's a good thing. So closed. But we have to leave it closed and not public. If you look at our policies and procedures, we can't post anything like sales or free shipping or gift with purchase, any kind of bonuses that we're doing ourselves. We can't post that publicly or out in a public forum. Even if our timeline is set to friends, it gets very iffy, like what you can actually post on your timeline. Hey, Jenna. So you want to make sure that your group is closed so that if you ever decide you want to do a gift with purchase or a giveaway or some kind of challenge that involves a prize, those kinds of things, you want to make sure that the group is closed so that you can do that and stay within our policies and procedures. Thank you, Jenna. I keep hearing that today. I should keep you guys around. All these compliments makes me feel good. So yeah, that's it. Closed group. You also want to give some thought and consideration to your group name. Policies and procedures, again, we can't have it be something that makes us look like a corporate entity, that makes us look like we're part of home office. So it can't just be perfectly posh group because that doesn't differentiate us from posh home office. So a lot of people do things like mine is Posh with Kyleen, or Jenna's Posh, or whatever. But there are also some like Posh with a Purpose. So come up with whatever your brand is, whether you just want to throw your name on there like I did, or you have like an actual business name that has a mission and a brand and an identity of its own. Then use that as your group name. Keep in mind that you want it to be memorable. Something that's easy to spell, something that is usually shorter is better, so that if like they don't have your business card in front of them, they'll be able to remember it and type it into the key bar and find you. So keep those couple things in mind. Groups also has where you can set up what type of a group it is. So a lot of people set it up as a club or close friends. Again, that's not a huge deal. Some will tell you that it's really important because of Facebook algorithms, reading it a certain way. That doesn't always prove true, and the algorithm is changing all the time. So really just make it the kind of group that best describes what you're going for, the atmosphere that you want from your group. Yeah, and catchy, Jenna, exactly. Something that's short, memorable, catchy, identifies you, easy to spell. Just keep those kinds of things in mind when you're coming up with a name. And then there's also tags. So be sure to tag your group. so that if somebody's searching Facebook for a keyword, your group will come up if they type in one of those tags or keywords. So just give it some thought. You're going to want to create some kind of banner for your group. You can do that yourself, or you can have someone else do it, and make sure that you have a description in the group description. And keep it, again, short and sweet. That first sentence or two is all that they're going to see if they're scrolling through the search. So make sure that first sentence or two really gets to the heart of your group and who it should appeal to, so that it attracts people that you want to attract when they're searching for you. Inside of your group, so that's setting up a group. Inside of your group, you're going to want to be sure to follow that 90-10 rule I've talked about, again, in past training videos, where 90% of your content is personal, which means you're not promoting Posh, you're not talking about a sale or a product or a review or any of that kind of stuff. 90% of it needs to be, and you could go to 80%, but 90% really is kind of the sweet zone for this. And it needs to be about you. So talk about you, your kids, hair, makeup, jewelry, clothes. Like, go get coffee and post a picture of your coffee and ask who can guess what kind of coffee you ordered today. Just keep in mind that the posts, 90% of them should just be interactive, lifestyle and community type posts, things that are going to connect them to you and you to them, where you're going to be able to create a relationship and a dialogue and get to know each other. That's really the purpose of a VIP group, is to become friends with people. And that's only going to happen if they know who you are. So that 90% is really important. And if you're like me and you don't get out of the house very often, you don't do a whole heck of a lot, that's okay. Take advantage of the times that you do get out and take a bunch of pictures then, so that you can use them and space them and spread them out throughout the next month or two. Other things like the GIF, the GIF thing is now really popular. So there are graphics going around right now, like, tell me your favorite movie using only using only a GIF, comment below. Those kinds of things, again, create engagement. People will comment on that because it's quick and easy to do and it's fun. And then you can go back then and comment on their answers, like, oh my gosh, I love that movie too. Or, I've never seen that one. Which movie is that? And you can start conversations with people. That's what your VIP group is for, is having genuine, real conversations with people. So come up with fun engagement posts and do at least one a day in your VIP group. I do more than that, and I would recommend doing more than that. But again, if you're like me, I go through flares where I'm not always able to get on Facebook every single day. So for me, things like ScentShare are very, very helpful. My ScentShare account, I schedule my posts in advance, like a month or two in advance, so that I know even if I'm sick for a week, at least one post will be going into my group every day. So that's a really helpful way if you're busy, or if you have health problems like I do, or whatever, or if you just kind of suck at organizing and remembering to get in and do something every day. Like, it's a discipline to get on and do it every day. So change it up. Schedule all your posts a month ahead of time. Just spend 2 hours on a Sunday and schedule out the next month. And then you don't have to worry about it. And then when you are able to get online, you can post things on the fly. You can post things that day about what you did with your kids, or you can post what sale Posh has going on this week or whatever spontaneously, but then you know that at least one post every day is going to go in on your group, whether you're there or not. Jenna, I just get graphics from all over Facebook and I make my own. So the ones that are posting in my group for the last 2 months and that are scheduled out for the next 2 months, I made on my own. I just used, what is it called? PicMonkey. And I just got a blank pink background and I just typed in some conversation starters. And again, you can Google conversation starters and make your own graphics. So it's things like, my favorite movie is ... Or, you know, who do you love most in your life and why? My favorite restaurant is ... People know I love blank because of blank. Like, just create really simple, basic graphics. Like, those are all just blank pink backgrounds with white words. And I'm just asking conversation starter questions. And I make sure that those post every couple days. One is posting in my group. And then if you want like actual pictures to put in your group, there's all kinds of free source photo sites online. I use Pexels, Pexels, to get a lot of my stock images. And again, even those, like, you can take those stock images and then just do a text overlay using PicMonkey, asking a question or telling them to comment below. Like, it's super, super easy. Yeah, engagement graphics won't show you anything except for actual wedding stuff, like wedding rings and love quotes and stuff like that. So that doesn't work. Conversation starters, and you'll get hundreds of lists of questions and topics for starting conversations. And that's all I do. So just get creative. Like, Facebook is your friend. Go search through your favorite groups or your favorite business pages and see what they're posting that's getting engagement, and then copy it. Like, it doesn't have to be word for word, but like, take it and use that as inspiration for your own pictures, your own graphics, your own group, whatever it is. So pick 3 brands that you love or 3 pages that you follow and go look at their social media account and see what they're doing, and then emulate it. Take some of that. So if you guys have the same target market, so if your target market is the same as, I don't know, like, let's say Ipsy, I'll just pick Ipsy. So if I want to look at Ipsy, I go and I look at their social media accounts and I see what they're doing. I see what they're posting. I see what people are responding to, and I emulate that. So do some research and figure out what your customers would respond to best, and then just make them. Like, PicMonkey is free. There are several, like Text Swag, tons of free apps you can use to make these simple graphics, and then just save them and schedule them to post every couple days in your group. So with the conversation ones, like conversation starter ones, I do them like every couple days, a new one posts out. And then in between on those other days, I'll schedule things like a picture from my trip to Italy last year. And I'll just schedule that to post, and I'll say, I remember when I got to eat dinner at this castle. It was so gorgeous. What's your favorite vacation memory? Comment below. So it doesn't even have to be things that are happening right now. Like, take pictures of things that have happened in your past and create conversations with them. The point of it is not to give a play-by-play of everything you're doing every day. I think people think that's what social media is. That's not what social media is when you're using it for business. It's not supposed to be just like a play-by-play of what you're doing every day. It's supposed to be an intentional way of reaching out and connecting with your target. And that can be done with posts about things that happened 5 years ago, as long as it starts a conversation. So that's the other piece of it, is that every time you post, you want to invite engagement. So ask a question, ask for advice. I had some cameras I was looking at, and so I took pictures of those cameras, just stock images off the website, and I said, which one should I get? Like, it doesn't have to be, I haven't been out of the house in months, but I still have stuff posting every single day. Because you get creative when you don't have a life. You don't share what you're doing every single day. I mean, I would just be taking pictures of my bed every day, which is not that exciting for most people. So you just have to get creative about it. Use it as a way to get to know your customers and for them to get to know you. And make sure that you're always asking some kind of open-ended question, or asking, which one is your favorite, A, B, C, or D. Always give them a reason to respond, and make it very simple. Don't make it some big, complex, long thing. 1 to 2 sentence post with a simple question that they can easily answer or engage with. It's one of the best ways you can get engagement going. So that's that 90%. 10% then is promotional. That 10% is where you're going to talk about the big sales that we have on the website right now. That 10% is going to be if you're doing a giveaway in your group, or if you're offering some kind of gift with purchase. That 10% could be showing hey, I have deluxe sample packs ready to go out. Who wants some? So in that 10%, it can be blatantly posh. And then in that 90%, you want to keep it light, engaging, fun, sharing things about yourself, and asking for feedback from them. That's really the best way that you're going to be able to build up a VIP group quickly with people who are actually engaging and wanting to be a part of the group. So that's the thing, really, is that even if they're not interested in buying Posh right now, they should want to hang out in your group anyways. So you want to create a VIP group that people want to hang out in, even if they don't have money to shop this month, where they just want to come and hang out because it's a cool group to be in. So how can you create that culture and that environment? That's really the big challenge with VIP groups, is remembering that it's about creating a community, an environment where people want to hang out, even if they don't have money to shop. They want to hang out because it's a really cool group to be in. You want to keep that in mind instead of being so focused on Posh and reviews and product information and sales and all of those things. Be focused on them, not on Posh. Be focused on them and getting to know them. So that's the big key to VIP groups. And without a doubt, one of the best things I can suggest is to schedule posts. Now, if you don't have a thing like SenseShare, let me see. I may not have it over here. If you don't have a thing like SenseShare, that's okay. You can still plan out your social media posts anyways. Of course, I don't have one right next to me. But there is a social media planner in the Posh box. I also believe I have it here in this group in the album section as well. But it's a social media planner, and it just has Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday with 4 lines and a checkbox so that you can schedule out 4 posts for every day of the week. That's so important. Even just writing it down. So if you don't have a post scheduler like SenseShare, that's okay. You can still plan out your posts for the week. And that way, when it's Tuesday afternoon, you're not going, oh crap, I haven't posted anything this week. What should I post about? What should I post about? What have I, Like, you're not sitting there thinking and worried and overwhelmed and then end up not posting anything because you just don't know what to post. Sitting down, planning it out for the week ahead of the time, you're good. You'll know exactly what you're supposed to be posting each day. And then, of course, be spontaneous too. Those are just your set posts for the day. But then you can post other stuff in there too. So if your friend posts a really awesome recipe video of something you're dying to try, share that day, even if you already had 4 posts go out that day. Throw in that one for fun anyways. So the group doesn't have to be rigid and totally planned and scheduled. But what that does is it creates consistency, and consistency builds trust. And we want our customers to trust us. We want them to know that we are there, we're consistent, we are reliable, and we're trustworthy. And that happens when we're there and we're present every single day, no matter what. So, like, that's what I was mentioning earlier when I first started this video. Made me very grateful I had these places or these systems in place before this flare hit, because I already had posts scheduled out for the next several months. So even though it didn't have a ton of things about what's going on in my life right then, day to day, moment to moment, I at least knew that every day something was being posted in my group, and I was staying in front of them every day, even though I was in bed and not even conscious. But to them, that presence stayed very consistent. So I think that's all that I really wanted to talk about today with VIP groups, but I do want to open it up to questions. So if you guys have any questions about VIP groups, what's going on with your VIP groups, or if your VIP groups are awesome, share what you're doing. Like, what's working for you in your VIP group, you think? Another real quick thing. In the past, we've done engagement ladders, like group ladders, where we've shared each other's VIP groups, and we go and we join them, and we comment and we engage on the posts in there just to kind of give it some activity and some movement and momentum so that customers then feel more comfortable engaging and talking. Because you may notice, like, if your group is dead, it kind of stays that way. Like an object in motion stays in motion, and an object at rest stays at rest. Kind of the same thing. If your group is dead, your customers might be seeing your posts, but they're not responding or commenting because it's weird to be the only person that comments on a thread. It's kind of like, nobody else is talking, so I'm just not going to talk either. And one way to break that cycle is by getting some fresh blood in there, and us, your team, to come in there and support you and help you. Like our hashtag, one of them is empowered together, because we really do believe we're not competing with each other. We're building each other up, and we're more empowered when we work together. So we are happy to go into your VIP group. So if you are like, guys, my group is dead, I posted this thing about the sales going on and nobody's commenting, can someone come help a sister out? Let us know so we can come help you out. So if you post that in the teamWISH group, you're going to get us coming into your group, commenting on those posts, creating some excitement and activity in there so that your customers then feel comfortable participating. It's just kind of a natural human thing. Like we feel more comfortable interacting and engaging when we're not the only one talking. So we're happy to come in and help you with that too. So if your VIP group is just kind of sitting there a little dead, not having a ton of engagement, comment on this post and like share your VIP link in the comments here on this video so that we can go in and help you generate some buzz and excitement in your VIP group. All right, so to recap then, if there's no questions, to recap, start a VIP group. It is your best tool as a Posh consultant because it's really the best way to create intimate community where people feel like they're a part of something bigger than just buying a product. It creates a community and a mission and something that everybody can be a part of together. And that's just a really powerful thing. It also creates customer loyalty, so you're not having to worry about customers going off and buying from one of the other consultants who's offering a deal this week. You have customers that are invested in you and in what you're doing because you have a relationship with them. Remember the 90-10 ratio, so 90% personal lifestyle engagement posts, 10% then is the blatant promotional poshy posts. And just make sure that you're funneling everyone into that VIP group. If you have people floating around out here in social media land, make sure somehow they get into that VIP group because that's where you're going to be able to establish those relationships and connections. You're going to be able to follow up with people more easily. They're going to be present when you do share things like new catalog. Hello, we have a new catalog coming out soon. So we want them in the VIP group so they know what's going on and they're present and ready to be a part of you and your business. So that's VIP group 101. If you have questions, let me know. If you need some help in your VIP group, comment below with the link to your VIP group and what kind of help you're needing. If you just want me to pop in and give you some feedback on your group, like what I think might be working, what isn't working, what you could do differently, just say that in your comment and I'm happy to give you some personalized feedback on your VIP group. Or if you just need some people to come in and breathe some life and activity into your VIP group, comment below with that and your link as well. So I hope you guys are having an awesome Thursday. I'm excited to be back and human and almost back to myself again. So I can't wait to see what you all are doing as I start to catch up with everybody. Hopefully over the next week or two, I'll get back in the swing and caught up on everything from the last couple months. But in the meantime, if you need help with your VIP group, comment below, share the link of your VIP group so that I can come help or so that we as a group can come help. All right, have a great afternoon and a great weekend to come. Bye.